Yo, 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 it's your boy K-Stag. How y'all doing, man? I'm joined with my guy, Big Moon. What's going on, dog? You doing all right? You
Uh,
you still over there? You breathing? You alive?
bro, I ain't gonna lie. Just yesterday's game had me so tired, just up and down
Uh,
emotions. It's
uh,
just, but I mean, I'm alive. I'm alive.
yo, I hear
We're
that.
dead, but we're
I
alive.
hear, I hear that. As y'all could probably tell, the energy is not in this right now. There was a lot of energy exerted in yesterday's game between the Texans and Titans. We'll get into that, obviously, but welcome to another episode of No Narratives Podcast. We are on episode 27, man. 27. Definitely want to get a shout out to you fans, man. You viewers, your fans, for coming in, showing us love, liking, subscribing, sharing, commenting, whatever you're doing, man. We truly appreciate the love. We truly appreciate the support. Thank you so much. We're hoping to get to that big 3-0, man. We should have had, this should be episode 28. we
Yeah,
we had a lull last week. Some things happened after that Dallas game that we won't
yeah.
go into.
No,
But
no.
last week the Dallas episode didn't happen. Super fast recap. Texans beat the Cowboys. And you know what? I'm pretty sure every Texan fan appreciates that. Texans beat the shit out the Cowboys. All right, moving on. Moving
Next.
on to yesterday's embarrassment. Houston Texans lose a stressful nail biter, heartbreaker to the Tennessee Titans, our arch nemesis, AFC South divisional rival, Tennessee Titans, 32-27. CJ did not have a good game. Well, I mean, he started off good, but he didn't. I mean, when you look at the box score, and then if you watch the game, obviously he didn't have a good game. We couldn't run the ball to save our lives. Defense was terrible tackling. I don't know what the fuck was going on with them. They definitely were missing tackles and just letting the Tennessee Titans, move the ball at will. And I mean, it was a rough game, and it all culminated with Kaimi missing a 23 or 24 yard.
26. I thought it was 26.
It might have been a 26-yard chip shot field goal. And when I saw that happen, I was like, "Yep, that about sums up the day that we just had." So it was a really rough game to watch as a Texan fan. So I mean, I was texting Moon yesterday. I even said, I was like, you know what, bro? Like, shout out to the Tennessee Titans. They got up for this game. They came to Houston and they were fired up. They were up for this game. They were ready to play. It was, Texans, once again played down to a team's level. I mean, Moon has said it in previous episodes. Divisional games are a lot different than other games, just due to the fact that they, these teams know each other. There's, they play each other twice a year, and we've been in this division has not changed since 2002. So we know them, they know us. We know the history, they know the history. So it's like nothing's changing with that. But I'm rambling at this point, bro. What you got?
I mean, honestly, when it comes to yesterday's game, I mean, only thing I could be happy about is that we lost to a division opponent that not going to be in the running to our division. But like you said, Tennessee came out to play. They knew what it was. I mean, the Texans defense was not the Texans defense yesterday. Yes, we can be happy. Well, I mean, I could be a little happy about the 8 sacks, but it doesn't matter when it doesn't contribute to a win. I mean, yes, we had got a pick 6 by Jimmy Ward and everything like that, but at the same time, the next time we get on defense, I think it was like a 76-yard touchdown, something like that, by Tennessee. It was just bad football all the way around. I mean, especially with offense. I mean, this is one thing that I've been always like when I check the team stats: 3 for 13 on third down. Last week against Dallas, we were 4 for 13, and we were dominating them supposedly. Don't get me wrong, I enjoyed myself when I was at the game, but at the same time, these are the struggles that we've been dealing with all season.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, fans are, it's CJ, it's D'Amico Ryans, it's Bobby Sloyd. I mean, it's a lot of things, but at the same time, there's reasons why we're like this. CJ's timing is off and everything because sadly we have poor offensive line play. Once
Mm-hmm.
again, and then I can also blame Bobby. We're trying now in week 12, we're trying to be a running team, and then we go against a pretty good interior defensive line.
Right.
Like at the end of the day, as much as I love to see Joe run, I mean, running down the middle wasn't doing anything, and even running on the outside wasn't doing anything. And like I said, and then penalties. Another touchdown negated for Nico Collins due to illegal shifts.
Yeah, was it? Yeah, illegal shifts. Yep.
Illegal shifts. So I mean, it's stressful for fans for sure. I mean, some fans, I feel like as much as we love to play GM or we think this is like Madden Dynasty or something, hey, it's just human. And I mean, at the end of the day, we got humbled. Even as fans, we got humbled. We're over here thinking because we beat Dallas, we're top tier and everything. Like, dude, we haven't beat a really good team or teams that we're supposed to beat or we need to beat to get to the next level. So now it's just like, hey, we got to understand what team we are. We're week 12 now. It's pretty much that's the blueprint. We play. We don't get it together. We don't even make adjustments at halftime. I mean,
I think I texted you that as well.
Exactly. You said it. We don't if we don't do adjustments, we're gonna lose this game, and it happened.
I think I said the text message for verbatim was, well, we don't make halftime adjustments, so this is going to be a very interesting second half.
Right. So I mean, even then, it's still gonna be a tough game. I mean, we lose Jalen Petrie for probably several weeks with a pectoral injury,
partially torn pectoral is what they said.
So now we got safeties Jimmy Ward and I think
Eric Murray, and
playing the nickel.
Yeah,
and I mean, I used to bash Petrie as a cover guy, but I'd rather have him. I'd rather have him too.
Yeah, absolutely.
So hopefully maybe Jeff Okudah come back from injury. I don't know why he was out this game, but I mean, it's just time for the next man step up, and then it doesn't get any easier. I mean, the only thing that we can really look into now is after Jacksonville, they get a bye week. So now what are going to be the adjustments? Are we going to, some fans want a offensive coordinator adjustment. They want Jared Johnson to get in there and start putting some plays in there and maybe bring down Bobby Slowick. But, I mean, at the end of the day, for a play to work or for the team to be excellent, they have to execute, and we didn't execute at all. I mean, yeah, we started off great. We scored in the first 18 seconds of the game, but that's just 18 seconds. We still got
that was due to a great kick return by Dameon Pierce. That's what that was.
And he wasn't even strapped up. His shoulder pads were all loose and everything. That was funny to me. But yeah, man. I mean, like I said, our defense wasn't our defense. Yeah, we recorded 8 sacks, but at the same time, we let too many big plays get away, for sure. And that was one of the comments during the game that they said, like, we were top on defense, not giving up the big play, and I think we gave up
several. I know about the one to Calvin Ridley. You alluded to the 75 or 76-yard touchdown catch and run that we gave up. Tony Pollard was running all over us. He was running all over us. Hadn't really had a great year, and just coming in, missed tackles, poor tackling. Nobody was trying to wrap up. I mean, I don't know what was going on. So, but yeah, you're 100% right. And just giving up the big plays. I didn't mean to jump in and steal your thunder. Go.
But it's true though. But at the end of the day, it's like, well, I mean, at the same time, I'll say it again. I'm watching TV. Too many seats open in the stadium. So what is it? You got I don't know what it is, man. I just hate that. When I was at AT&T last week, man, I felt like I was at a Texan game. So many Texans. I was like, man, a lot of us did travel. But at the same time, you gotta look at the circumstances. When it comes to Texas battles, Texans show up. You know what I'm saying? Fans at least, but
the fans. But the one thing is, I think there's an old saying. It's just like offense sells tickets, but defense. I guess the defense wins championships or some shit like that. I know defense wins championships. I know that one, but offense sells tickets, and that's the one thing the Texans have not had this year. We have not
Not at
had a good
all.
offense. It's been discombobulated. It's been dysfunctional. It's been it's been a hot mess since the game 1 of the season. You know, you know, beginning of the year we were talking about poor offensive line play because of all the penalties. Then it was poor offensive line play, not giving CJ enough time to throw the
Time.
ball. Now it's they're not executing at all when they're taking, when we do get a big play going, it's negated by a illegal shift or a pre-snap penalty, i.e. a false start, or some offensive what is it illegal procedure penalty where the lineman is being blocked by somebody being on the line, or some off the wall alignment to where it's just like these are mental mistakes that are
Right.
costing you the game. The
Mm-hmm.
drive that got negated, the Nico Collins touchdown that got negated, we didn't score on that drive. I think we ended up punting, if I'm not mistaken. So that's 7 points or 6 points, excuse me, that came off the board. 7 if you're assuming Kaimi hits the extra point.
Right.
So, and then that was the same thing that happened the week last week against Dallas. Now we ended up scoring the touchdown due to the touchdown run by Joe Mixon, but I mean these are points that you're taking off the board and you're just shooting yourself in the foot.
Mm-hmm.
You can sit here all day long and point fingers at CJ, at D'Amico, the offensive line, Bobby Slowick. It's all of them as a whole.
Right.
Texan fans, we were spoiled. Last year, we were spoiled. D'Amico came in, brought in a mentality, brought in a culture, entire culture shift. We were spoiled because of that right there. The D'Amico Ryans hiring brought a sense of a direction for this team. Draft comes in. CJ Stroud, number 2. We make a trade, get Will Anderson at number 3. Oh my God. We've never been like that before. We're getting spoiled. We're being
Mm-hmm.
aggressive, trading up for
Mm-hmm.
these players. And we end up getting offensive rookie of the year and defensive rookie of the year in that. We were spoiled because CJ had the greatest quarterback or rookie quarterback season in NFL history. We were spoiled. I'm going to fuck y'all's head up. We had the worst record 2 or 3 years before that. So we weren't playing against the top teams in the league. Now, I'm not saying this year the teams that we've lost to aren't considered top tier teams, but we were spoiled because last year we had 0 expectations.
Right.
Now we've got expectations. As great as CJ was last year is as bad as he is this year. He's only in his second fucking year. He's only 22 years old.
And I'm pretty sure that at least I think the Texans team is average young compared to the
Yeah,
vet.
like I mean, y'all gotta pump y'all's brakes on coming after him. I'm sorry, he's 23 years old. I'm sorry. He's 23. He just turned 22 last month. Or he just turned 23 last month from 22. But y'all have got to fucking chill, dog. He's only 23. He's in his second year. Teams know how to play him now. He's got to figure out how to make those adjustments himself. You've got
Mm-hmm.
a second year head coach in D'Amico Ryans. You've got a second year play caller in Bobby Slowick. They're having to figure. I'm going to tell y'all something. Bobby Slowick wasn't an offensive coordinator before he came here. He was an offensive assistant to an offensive assistant, if I'm not mistaken. The dude is trying to figure out how to be a coordinator. Yeah, I'm hard on him. You can go back to
Yep.
previous episodes. I'm fucking hard on the man because he calls weird plays and wrong situations, and there's no flow to his offense at all. I was telling my dad this today. When your offense is struggling, this is one thing I loved about Gary Kubiak. When your offense is struggling, what do? You call plays for your star players. Andre Johnson and Arian Foster and Owen Daniels would get the ball when your offense was struggling. He would call plays to get them open or to get them the ball to make a play. I don't see that with this team. The only time they try to do that with anybody is Joe Mixon when they're trying to get him to run the ball. But it's like what Moon said at the beginning of this episode. Can't run the ball when your fucking offensive line is getting caved in on the inside.
Right.
So I'm good with my rant. You got anything else you want to add to this shit? Because I mean,
No, I mean, at the end of the day, like you said, we were spoiled and we have these expectations, and it's like, I mean, we gotta be realistic. We're still not there yet.
yeah,
It's
and
gonna take time. There's a reason why we signed D'Amico to a 6 year contract because it's something he had to fix what we had for the last 3 years before he came in, and it's gonna take time.
absolutely,
I mean, at the end of the day, you gotta
absolutely,
trust the process. I know as Houstonians, we want to win.
yeah,
That's what we're about. We don't take L's, and we don't accept it. Like we can just go back in history when fans decided to go take a visit to Matt Shaw when we started getting a losing streak because we weren't liking that we were losing and we were blaming it all on Matt Shaw.
right,
You know, so I mean, take the frustration and everything, but at the end of the day, the Texans are still going to be the Texans. There's not like we can fix that like that because if we could have fixed it instantly, we would have been fixed it. I mean, at the end of the day,
right.
it's week 12. We're going more into our games. This is the blueprint of our team.
Yeah. The only way
Good
that anything's
defense,
going to
struggling
change,
offense.
the only thing that's going to change on offense is if they do some soul searching and they're able to figure it out. That's about it. And
Right,
because when you really look at it, the offensive line they have right now is more or less the same offensive line they had last year.
right,
You had
exactly.
Jarrett Patterson at center, Juice Scruggs at left guard, Tunsil at left tackle, and then Mason and Howard on the right side of the line. That's basically the
So
same line they had last year.
so it's offensive
So,
lineman that has had games in them as
mm,
Texans, but at the same time, like you said, it's the play calling too. How are you going to have a guard pull to try to get an edge rusher? That made no sense to me
at
at
all.
all. You know, but
You
I
know,
mean,
it's the play calling, the flow of the offense. It doesn't make any sense, and
mm-hmm.
unfortunately, as fans, we're having to endure this and go through this. But we can't sit here and we got to find a way to cheer for our team, man. We got to find a way
Right,
to dig deep and support our team. They are struggling. Yes, they know they are struggling, but they can't. Us fans, we got to find a way to pick them back up.
for sure.
I mean, shit, they know they're struggling. They see
Right.
the record. They see that they lost to Tennessee 32-27. They see that shit.
Right. And not to even give like the defense like a cushion or nothing, but I mean, our defense been keeping us in games all year long. I
Yeah,
mean, sooner or later there was going to be a bad game. Does it
right.
suck as this game? Yes, but I mean, at the end of the day, the defense is strong enough to know, hey, where they messed up, where they
Yeah,
got to come, where they got to fix the things, you know. So now it's like, okay, let's move on to Jacksonville. We
got to
play
move
at
on to
Jacksonville.
Jacksonville.
We got to move on to Jacksonville, and then after
Yep.
Jacksonville, we have the bye week, and then from there they have a whole week to try to figure it out.
They got a whole week to try and figure out what's going on. But right now, we got to get to Jacksonville, and
Because at the end
I
of the day,
mean,
we still got to win a
it's
division.
another divisional game, and it's like what Moon is
Mm-hmm.
always saying: these divisional games,
Ain't easy.
they not easy. They they grinders, that's for sure. So,
And we barely got through Jacksonville when they came to visit us earlier in the
mm-hmm.
season. So you know
Yep.
they're going to come over here and
Oh no,
try to
we're
put
going there.
another loss. They're
I
trying
think
to
we're
give us
going
an
there.
yeah, definitely. But I'm talking about they gave us
Oh,
a fighting.
oh
They
yeah,
gave
yeah,
us a
yeah.
game when they were here.
Right.
So I mean, like I said, it's just time to see what the mistakes were
Mm-hmm.
and chalk it up again. At the end of the day, we gotta get to this. We gotta get through this game against Jacksonville to get our bodies right or their bodies right for the next following the end of the season. Because now the way I saw Tennessee like played us, hey, the last 4 games after our bye week is gonna be tough.
Oh, without a doubt.
Miami's coming back. It looks like Tua is back in motion, so
Tua's getting
they're
that
playing well,
back in their groove.
right?
We already know about Kansas City
And
and
the Ravens
Baltimore,
are being the Ravens as well.
and the Ravens are being the Ravens. They're beating up on. Oh no, that's actually a good game that they're in right now.
Oh yeah, no, it's a great game. I'm watching it
It's
bit by bit.
yeah. So it's. I mean, but as fans, we got to be there to support this team, good or
Right,
bad. If you're a true fan, you got to understand good comes with the bad and bad comes with the good. We're experiencing the bad right now. We got to be there to help this team and pick them back up.
right.
That's
I
as
mean,
a true fan, you got to do that. You can't be coming at these players, oh well, I think I've seen some of this, some of the talk saying people are coming after CJ and they're coming after D'Amico. Bro, chill.
Yeah, you
God,
know,
chill.
you guys ain't nobody to be telling who to fire or whatever. I mean,
Come on now.
that either shows you're not a real you don't understand the game of football, or you're or yeah, we got too spoiled that you just don't understand that. Hey, it's gonna be a process. Like you said,
It's absolutely going to be a
we're a bad
process.
team. We were a bad team. We had a good season last year, but then think about it. We had the seventh toughest schedule this season, and I mean, from what I know, we're not doing too bad. But at the same time, it's just more frustrating that we wish we want what we thought we were gonna have, and it's not that anymore. We don't have Stephon Diggs no more, so other guys got to step up. I mean, it's gonna take time, and
Yeah.
sadly, it may be something you have to see next season. I mean, I do see the Texans going into the playoffs and probably winning the AFC South,
Winning the
but
AFC South and then probably getting eliminated in the first round. I
because
mean, and unfortunately, that's something that we would have to eat, something that we're going to have to accept. But then that means next year we can look forward to next year, and hopefully them rebuilding this team, adding pieces and rebuilding certain things and working on things in the offseason.
right,
I know that's something that fans don't want to hear, but like
it's just
it's
the
okay.
process.
It's
It's
a
the process.
process. Yo, we were hot shit 2 years ago. Hot fucking shit. We got spoiled last year. They came in and played their asses off. Now they've got teams. Now they got a target on their back, and they got teams coming after them. And
Mm-hmm.
yeah, they're going through growing pains of different things right now. It's okay.
But guess what? CJ's still my quarterback, dog.
CJ's still our quarterback. CJ's still the truth, man.
So
I trust in CJ. He gonna figure it out. Dude's a baller. He's a baller. He's a great kid. He's got a good head on his shoulders. Come on now. Stop coming after him. Stop coming
right.
after him.
It's just
Shows
frustration, bro. It's just
that's all it
frustration.
is frustration.
Fans, it's always gonna be fans like that. I mean, I get it. I was frustrated too. Hell, I was
Yeah, but I mean,
running.
I was frustrated watching it, but I'm not over here like, they need to fire D'Amico, bench
Right.
CJ. No, the fuck?
I mean,
No.
we could hate D'Amico for the being conservative, but like Red Nation blogger Bryson said, that's just what you get when you have a defensive head coach.
Yeah, that's
I
what
mean,
you get
think
when you have
about
a
it.
defensive head coach.
We didn't go. We didn't go for it on 4th and 1. I think, and we decided to punt it.
And
Oh
not
no,
only did we decide to punt it, but it's like they waited to the last minute to put the punt team out there when we could have had the offense out there to try and maybe lure them off sides or something. I mean,
right.
it's D'Amico's
5 minutes
learning how
is
to
the
be
flow
a
of the game.
D'Amico's still learning different things about being a head coach. I was telling my dad this the other day. I was like, we were playing so great last year, and we really didn't have to experience adversity in a strong form.
Right.
I'm glad we're experiencing adversity because it's like, A, they got to figure out a way to navigate it. And B, once they navigate it, they've experienced it. So if they start experiencing this shit maybe next year when we could be in the real thick of what's going on, they know how to navigate through it. Yo, it's a learning experience. D'Amico is a second-year head coach. CJ is a second-year player.
Right.
Slowick is a second-year play caller. Relax.
And it's not easy in the NFL, guys.
It
It don't
ain't
matter.
easy in the NFL. It ain't easy
It's,
to win in this league.
it shows. It don't matter what record you're gonna play a team. It's the
Any
day of
given
that
Sunday.
game.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. It's the team that comes to play. And sadly, yesterday we did not come to play.
We didn't
We
come to
got
play.
humbled. We got humbled.
Yep. So
now, just drawing
we got
board. Let's get to Jacksonville. I mean, now talking about Jacksonville, though, I don't even know who's the starting quarterback. I haven't really kept up with the AFC
all I
South
know
too
about
far.
Jacksonville is this game is actually on Fox.
Oh wow, I hate that. I don't like Texas playing on Fox. I ain't gonna lie to you, bro. I don't.
This game is on Fox.
Wow.
So yeah. Jacksonville, Mac Jones.
No, okay. I thought Trevor came back, but I mean,
They still got him
gonna
listed
be.
as out. So
Oh,
maybe that changes. This was their bye week. So maybe
okay.
he comes back. He's now listed as questionable. Maybe he comes back.
We'll see.
I don't know. we'll see.
End of the day is a division game, and trust me, Jacksonville wants to play the spoiler. so
without a doubt, 100%.
let's get ready, bro, because this is gonna be another one for sure.
Get ready to be stressed out. It's gonna be another one. Like we got injuries, so I mean, there's other players gonna have to step up. So but as Texas fans, we need to be there to cheer for them. Whether you travel to Duval or you cheering from your couch or cheering from a bar, be ready to cheer for them because they gonna need it. So,
right.
You got anything else you got to add, brother, or is that it?
Just go Texans, go.
Go Texans, go, baby. Hey, don't forget to like, subscribe, comment, share. Tell your friends, tell your family, tell your neighbors, tell the homeless guy on the corner.
Right.
Tell whoever you gotta tell. Hey, yo, we here. Go Texans. Hey, you know what? Go Rockets.
One more thing. Since it is Thanksgiving week, I want to wish everybody a happy Thanksgiving as well. And to make sure to watch some of these football games this Thursday because they're actually pretty legit. I'm not gonna lie to you.
We got some good ones coming up. You're not wrong about that.
Yeah.
After Dallas's win against the Commanders this week, I'm kind of curious to see how this fucking Giants game is going to go on Thanksgiving. But Chicago played a really good game against the Vikings, so I'm curious to see how that game's going to go. But that Miami Green Bay game, I don't know
nice.
though. I don't know because Miami doesn't really play good outdoors. So
not in cold weather, you're right.
Not in cold weather either. So I don't know how that game's going to be.
But Tua said he wants to end that narrative for sure.
Okay,
after last year at Kansas City, but I mean, it's going to be. I mean,
Lambeau gets cold. Yo, Lambeau get cold. Like Kansas City is cold. Lambeau's another element up there in the.
They call it the tundra for a reason. You know what I'm saying?
They call it the tundra for a reason. So, but in any case, y'all, hey, Big Moon's 100% correct. Happy Thanksgiving. Enjoy your time with your family. Stay safe. Have fun. Don't do anything.
Love everybody, man. Love everybody. You gotta be thankful for what you had this year.
I can't do that, but whatever he just did, yeah. Yeah, okay. As long as he didn't do the rave this time, we straight. So. In any case, man, Kai Steggs out the building. I'll holla at y'all next week.